Yo, 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 what's up? This is the Battle Blaster coming at you right now. We live and direct in my dirty ass kitchen. I'm cleaning these goddamn dishes.
Yeah, you got Blazing Billy here too, man. Check me out on Instagram and all live social medias.
Yep, that's my neph right there. If y'all ladies want to get with him, holla at the boy. You hear me? All right, y'all. We're going to talk about some real shit tonight. First, we're gonna just shit off the cuff. We're going to throw some shit off the cuff. Tonight we're going to talk about first. We're going to talk about the agenda
All right, what's the
to
agenda about?
the agenda is about how they're trying to push homosexuality on us by using us as black people first. Because I saw something last night that freaked me out. It didn't freak me out like far as like scare me or nothing.
Yeah.
It just made me pissed off.
Yeah.
It was they had this show on BET. They got a new show coming out. It is called The Gay Mafia. Did you ever see that?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I try to
bro.
stay away from TV just because it's not healthy for you. This is what you're talking about. It's the gateway to a lot of mind control, mind warfare. So
Exactly.
especially in children.
Yes, and that's what they're aiming at. They're aiming at young black children, and it's called The Gay Mafia. And if you watch this show, it will freak you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because I just saw the previews of it. They show the one where the guy is out there. He's got a wig on. Look it up. The BT, The Gay Mafia.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up now.
Yo, that shit is off the chain. If I didn't have my hands full, I would set up everything correctly. This way you see it on the screen. But this shit is crazy, man. They got some shit, and it's like this guy, he's a ringleader. They like sell drugs. I guess they must be selling bussy or something too, or some shit. You know what I mean? And the one guy, he's dressed like a cold-blooded bitch, and then you see him kissing another man and shit. I mean, this is the shit that warps our children's mind.
What you're talking about right here, the Gay Mafia.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of this is for propaganda too. You got to remember that a lot of this is just for money. And you know, when I was younger, I was watching this PBS station, and it had like educational stuff on it. You know how like on Saturdays on PBS they show like educational stuff where they're traveling the world and they're showing you new things. So it said that the fastest way to spread a rumor was the radio or the TV.
Yeah.
It was the fastest way to spread a rumor, especially the news, radio stations. So everything that we seeing and living through today is propaganda. It's all for money.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. This ain't just only for money, dude. This is about our lives. See, one thing, all right, this is what they know. And I want you to understand about these people, these devils out here. And you know what I'm calling devils. You know what I mean? The people who's running the medias, the people who's in charge of everything.
Jews.
Exactly. These individuals are out there, and they doing this because they know that their numbers are low. So in order to stop people from their numbers rising, especially black people, because think about it. We've been here before they were here.
Yeah.
And then when they enslaved us, guess what they did to us? Once they start populating and getting a little bit bigger than us, you know what I mean? Remember, they kept breeding us like we were animals.
Yep.
So we outbred them people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what they do? They went and had what? They came in what? The 1800s. They did their little what they call that thing again? The 1800s, where they invited like Europeans to come over from Europe, and they gave them money, and they gave them told them to go out to the West. And
yeah.
And
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
This is when the Indians were still here, right?
Well, the Indians are still
natives?
around. They're so-called natives, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're still around. But you know, the point was, they found out we were out because when they did the first census, it was in the 1800s.
Yeah.
When they did that, they said, "Holy shit, we fucked ourselves up." What you mean? I forgot who said this, but they were talking. And they was like, "Look, we had these people as slaves for a long time. Now they free. These motherfuckers gonna outrule us. You know, they gonna fucking outdo us."
Yeah.
So the dude was like, "Yo, what we gotta do is this. We gotta turn around and we gotta invite some people up here. We gotta invite some, you know, we gotta invite some what do you call them? Europeans over, so we could tell them what we do. They call it the Great Migration. That's what it was called, the Great Migration.
The Great Migration.
And They came over and they put them out in the like in the Midwest, and they told them uh you could stake out if you as soon as they like did the little cattle bell, whatever it was, they ran out and they staked the land.
Yeah.
They gave them, I think if you look at it, how many acres did they give them? I think they gave them like 100 something acres or something like that of land.
The Great Migration.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Because they gave a raffle, and they let them come out here, and everybody got a certain amount of land. All these white people, all these white Europeans.
What I'm seeing for Great Migration is African American. Let me see.
We weren't no migrate. We didn't migrate here. We were brought here. A lot of us was brought. Some of us brought here. Some of us already here.
Okay, this says Europe to America. So this says the term Great Migration typically refers to the Great Migration of African Americans from the South to the North and West between 1910 and 1970, not European immigration to America.
That's what you're looking at, and it's not a migration. We didn't migrate. Well, you could call that
migrate. We was stolen.
We was already here. Yeah, exactly. So it's nothing. It's nothing you say. We just moved from one point to another.
They lied about all our history. So.
Oh, and they still lying about it. They have been trying to rewrite our history right now.
So to touch on what you were saying earlier, there's this guy. Shout out to Dan Savage. Dan Savage is a reporter for Field magazine. So he writes about the conspiracy to make black men gay. So one of the things that he touches on is Christian families and porn and how that corrupts the young child's mind. A lot of children, the internet is accessible, so it's gonna make children want to choose who they want to be. Yeah. And it's so confusing because you don't have parents nowadays actually educating them on what all of this shit means. They're just on the internet and they're being perverted. It's easy access to X-rated art and all that extra stuff. So, you gotta be a little bit careful when it comes to your son nowadays. I don't have nothing against the LGBT community and the AIs. I don't have nothing against them. I have a few cousins that's gay. Yeah, but would I like them to be on an island like Australia and just loving one another? Yeah.
Like I said, I ain't got nothing against them, but the point is, you can't shove this down people's throats. You can't tell people this is normal when it's not. God made man and woman. He didn't make man and man. Because if that was the case, we'll be able to have babies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be able to have a baby with you. You'll be able to have a baby with me or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, he made man and woman. But the point is, these people found a way to convince us the homosexuality is the it thing. I think I told you one day. I went to McDonald's. Yeah. And I went into the drive-thru. I thought it was a chick that was on the other end. I get around, it's this bald head, skinny faggot. Excuse me for saying it like that, but I'm keeping it real.
That's derogatory now.
No, but I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna tell you something. You could be a homosexual, right? And you could be gay, and you could be a faggot. All right.
Yeah.
A faggot is a motherfucker who thinks he's a woman, who walks around
who's flamboyant and
got his nails done.
Straight bottom.
Yes. This motherfucker was bald head. He had fucking long ass nails on. He had eyelashes. He had full face makeup.
Oh man!
And the bitch sounded like a straight up chick when he was on the mic.
Yo, listen, they'll confuse you in Atlanta. Don't go to Georgia.
I stay out of there places like that. That's where that damn show is fucking out of. It's out of Atlanta. And don't get me wrong, that's where a lot of that shit. Because first time I ever heard of the gay mafia was about 2016. Yeah. And they said they beat your ass, and when they beat you up, they rape you. I said, what the fuck is this? Crazy. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck, YouTube. If you get mad at me and say this, I'm being derogatory and I'm being insensitive, I'm telling some truths about that shit. Yeah. They said, man, the motherfucker was down there, some dude from New York, right? Yeah. He was down there, and the guy must have came on to him. He was at a gas station. Yeah. And he said, this is what I heard from the guys. It was his partner who said it. He said, yo, I witnessed all this shit. He said, they were out there having a good time. They was at a gas station filling up, talking to these girls. So these two fags walked up on them, right? One of them was dressed straight cold-blooded like a bitch. The other one had full face makeup on, right? He ain't have he dressed like, he was thugged out.
Yep.
Big fat dude, he said.
Mm.
And he said, man, and he didn't crack him or nothing. He just looked at him and dudes try to come on to him. He like, yo, Holmes, you faggots need to go somewhere else. I don't fly that way. Them motherfuckers jumped him. And it was 3 more in the fucking car. They all jumped him and shit. He said his boy said they jumped out and they fucking beat his ass. And he's trying to fight to help his boy. And they just like overwhelming these motherfuckers. They said they turned around, swooped up on him.
Good Lord.
Snatched him up in the car. Raped his ass. Took him somewhere and raped him. And then dropped his ass back off at the car.
Wow.
I said, for real? Everybody was like, yeah. I was like, holy.
I would hate for that to happen to me.
Yeah, and they said that shit is real.
Yeah.
But the point is, this is what I'm saying. They give us all the immoral bullshit to like. Look at what we watch when we watch Power.
Yeah.
It's immoral. Motherfucker is going to jail getting fucked in the ass. Like, what was that movie? What was that television show?
I mean, Sons of Anarchy was the craziest one. Yeah, Oz was crazy. Oz was. They should have had that on Fox.
Adabisi is running around fucking people, raping people. Yeah. That big fucking motherfucker. And it was fucked up. It wasn't funny, but it was fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Sons of Anarchy. But see, the point is, they made those men to be manly.
Yeah.
We are looked at as a joke, or we're looked at as not manly. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. If we ain't making you laugh, we ain't doing no fucking touchdowns or slamming any balls. You know what I mean? Or we ain't on no porn set. Then we faggots.
Yeah.
When you do a super look at all right, you ever seen Black Lightning?
Nah, not really.
All right,
not too much Black Lightning fan.
Yeah, if you watch Black Lightning, the daughter's gay.
Yeah.
If you watch, what's that movie? What's that cookie and what was that? What was it called? Empire.
Oh yeah, Empire.
When Empire came on, I first started watching it. Then I found that the son was a fucking homo.
A lot of. They've been doing this since I want to say I've been watching TV change and since 2004, where it's been changing, where it was changing, and it was playing a lot of gay shit. Like SpongeBob is the gayest shit in the world.
SpongeBob,
we know he's gay.
Oh yeah, what's the other fucking cartoon that's gay? There's another one.
There's a lot of them. Stewie,
Griffin, yeah, there you go.
He the gayest. Family Guy, man, has some raw material and content, and they're not afraid to put it out there.
No, because you know what's so funny? We laugh at it. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious when we see it, but at the same time, like you said, it's subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that, kids shouldn't. I remember when when Terry Kid was young, I told her don't buy him the Family Guy. He had the uncensored Family Guy thing.
Yeah.
And shit, you're letting them watch it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not exactly. It's no good at all. But you see how mothers are, and this is why these little boys today need fathers. Men need fathers just as much as the girls do need fathers. You know what I mean?
You know, the statistics says that a single father house is like a 2-parent home, but a single mother's house is like a single mother's house. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. But a father is a 2-parent home. Like, dads mean a lot to these kids. Like, we straighten the kids out. We keep them in order. We make sure that they grow up to be young and respectable. For the most part, a lot of these motherfuckers want to be gangster, and then they want their kids to follow in their footsteps. I don't want that for my children. But it's all about what they seeing at home, man. Gay, this being gay is so out now, and women love it. Women don't mind messing with women, and
they don't mind messing with other men.
Little boys see this, and then they go, maybe I should be with a boy. Maybe that's how it goes. She's with a girl. Maybe I should be with a boy.
Exactly.
You don't know how it confuses these kids, or
exactly.
If these kids are being touched when they're younger, you don't know who's around them touching them and telling them different, and this is why it's installed in their mind. Like, I don't trust people. I have daughters and I have sons, and I would kill a person. I would unalive them.
Exactly. as being a man with kids. See, I never had kids. I just always had nieces and nephews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the motherfucker touched one of y'all motherfuckers, I would have killed you. Fought over motherfucker for that.
Yeah, I've never been touched.
You know what I mean? And that's why I constantly tell people, you gotta watch who you got in your house. And then on top of it, you gotta watch what you fucking allow in your house. Not only the person, but the shit you allow them to see on television. Because that shit will fuck a kid up.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why, like I said, because these motherfuckers nowadays, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, Killer. I watched as women would cradle their kids, their sons, right? I remember this one chick, right? She used to live down the street from us, right? Everybody said, you can't treat your son like that. He got feminine ways. You got to stop that. You got to stop it at the butt. Oh, if he gonna be gay, don't worry about it. That's my son. I'ma support him in anything he do. See, women don't want to be told nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? Because you know what? If you know what it is, if you got a man, if you got another man you got to raise in the house, then guess what? You can't control him.
Yeah.
But so you'll make him into a little faggot. Excuse my expression. You let him be gay.
See, the modern day woman was stay-at-home mom, teaches the daughter how to be a stay-at-home mom, and the boy is out and about playing baseball or being a boy. He waiting for his father to get home. He wants to be like his dad. He wants to emulate that.
Right.
But now you got mothers out there, and they're the mommy and the daddies, so they say. They can have Mother's Day and Father's Day.
They can't.
And they're confusing the household. They're confusing that part of the world. And I think that women should stand up more to be like, no, we shouldn't be gay. We shouldn't let our sons be gay. We should let the fathers be there. We should let our sons be tough. But not with that. See, my baby mother, she tells me, oh, let your son cry. And I'm like, why? Why let him cry? Why let him cry? So he don't know how to control his emotions. He need to learn how to control his emotions. She like, maybe you need to cry. Maybe that's why you're so angry. And I'm like, no, I'm angry because you say dumb shit like that. Like that's why I get angry. Like, because when you have younger males that don't know how to control their emotions, you have males that go to jail, you have males that rape, and you have males that kill. They can't control their emotions.
Right.
Every time you tell them no, they're gonna get mad.
Right.
Every time they can't get their way, they're gonna get mad. So I'm trying to teach my son, stop crying and stop running to girls. Stop doing that. Because then he was playing with my daughter the other day and he said, I want to put my makeup on too. And I was like, oh hell no.
Right.
I was like, grab boat and beat him. He's a boy. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, this is why he needs you in his life, because if you're not there to show him what a man is, he won't be able to understand what it is to be a man and to copy your your mannerisms.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy because his mother really not teaching him like right from wrong. She's not really saying no, that's not right. Yeah, exactly. Because when he grow up, he's going to be confused. He ain't going to know what it's like to be a man. See, this is why I say when you have babies. This is what I tell a lot of black people, because I don't care about no other culture when I say this. Because if you look at my man, the cat out here, he just parked his car, Spanish brother. He with his wife all the time and his kid. We don't do that no more. Because you know what? A lot of times women do this, and I ain't gonna blame all this on the woman all the time. Because as men, we should be more involved in our children's life, and we're not. But like I said, I tell a lot of women, let your baby daddy be in your kid's life. Yeah, then they get mad. No, because you hurt and you mad because he moved the fuck on. He won't give me no dick. He won't stay here with me. He want to mess with this girl and that girl and that girl. That's all it's about.
And sometimes it's just you know what I mean. They want you to be with them, and it's fine. That's good. That's the way it should be. You should be with your baby mama instead of you laying seed with this woman and that woman and this woman and that woman. Yeah. This is just me in general saying. Because I know some brothers don't feel that way. I know some brothers be like, as long as I come home and I take care of my kids and I take care of my other set of kids over on the side of town and I make sure everybody got something, you know what? It shouldn't be a problem. I hate to say it, but guess what? In the long run, he was right, because women outnumber men. Was it 4-1 now? It used to be 3-1. Now it's 4-1.
Mm-mm-mm.
So every four women, there's one man for every 4 women. So guess what? Somebody gonna have to take a couple for the team. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm bad, but somebody gonna have to take a couple for the team.
Yeah, I think like I got 2 baby mothers, so I
Yeah,
think that I shouldn't. I started at the right time though. I was 23 when I had my first kid, so it's not like I was younger. My brothers and sisters, they all had kids when they was teenagers. They didn't get to enjoy nothing. But then again, I didn't get to enjoy nothing. So,
exactly.
because
If when you 30 years old, that's when you really can sit back and say, I'm probably ready to have. Because by the time you're 30, think about it. By the time you're 30 years old, you done got all your fucking shit out you that you want to do. You want to
mm-hmm,
go here, you want to go there. You want to
mm-hmm,
be with this one, you want to be with that one. You know what I mean? You want to have fun. You know what I mean? It's a shame because when I was young, and I tell you before, my mom's got sick, and I had to be here all the time with her.
yeah,
That was like, I had so much fun. I was going here, I was going there. I jump in my car, ride here, ride there. You know what I mean? I did some crazy shit, and I had women. I used to go out every weekend, almost every weekend. I went out with a different. If it wasn't a different chick, it was something else. You know what I mean? That's a bug sniffer.
a bug sniffer.
That's a bug sniffer. We're gonna talk about that too.
All
So yeah,
right. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm picking up stuff that he got. He's such an interesting guy. He got all these gadgets and stuff. So
yes. So yeah, but yeah, when you like I said, I used to have girls, man. I used to run around, but I had a girl every other weekend. I had somebody new I could take out. I had
yeah,
my friend, and then I had a couple other girls. Oh, where we going? Oh, we going to like dinner and a movie. All right,
yeah,
cool. We go to the movies, and we'll hit up probably a pizza place on the way back, and we'll just sit there and talk for hours at the pizza place, eating pizza and chilling.
mm,
Or we'll head up at the diner up on Route 1, or the one on Parkside Avenue. We should head up there and just chill out. We get something big, and we sit back and we would just coast for the rest of the night and just talk and shit.
yeah,
Things were different back then. It's just a shame that shit ain't the way it was, but that's how I used to do things when I was younger.
yeah,
And as I got older, my game got a little tighter, so I had to step up my game a little bit. So when I would go out with girls, I'd take you somewhere like Mass Stories, like a nice restaurant, something
yeah,
like that, and we hang out and shit. And if we did do a movie, it wasn't like a dinner and a movie. It was
yeah.
probably I'll go. Let's say like I would take one chick to where did we go to? We went to um they had this place called Borden's over there. She wanted to play video games. So we went over there. We played video games for a while. I said, let's go out. So we went to what was it called? Blackjacks.
Yeah.
So we was out there dancing all night, having a good time. She was getting drunk. I don't drink. So I was having cokes and water. And she would just have a good time. We'd be dancing all night. Then we head back to the diner. We go and sit down and eat for probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I drop her off, or I'm at her house, banging her out all night long, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Or I drop her off and come back home. But that was my thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I took them somewhere, or we'll go like one chick. I took her to what's that place out there in PA? The Botanical Gardens. We went out early one day to the Botanical Gardens out there. Then we went to this other little spot out there, and then we came back and we hit Philadelphia. We was at a place called Gotham at the time. If anybody remember Gotham, put a 1 in the damn chat.
Mm.
Yo, we went to Gotham.
Yeah.
Gotham, we was there all night until 3 o'clock in the morning. Gotham would close at 3, so we was there until it shut down. And we went home.
Yeah.
But I always took somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? Did something.
Hey, yo, sometimes, it ain't gonna be that hard. Sometimes you go to the club for like 5 minutes and walk through that bitch and walk out with something.
Yeah,
It can be easy.
Yeah, but back in my day, I met girls because I used to work downtown. So I had it going on, man. I was a fly nigga back then. I hate to call myself that, but I was a fly cat back then.
Word.
So let's talk about this real quick. This damn this
so
bug detector thing.
basically this finds like hidden stuff like microphones
and cameras and all that. Yeah. And when you turn that thing on, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now what you do is see how it caught the microphone up top? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it sniff out. Oh, it's a bug over here. You got up over here, man. You got up in here?
I don't know. Probably bugs, man. Probably that broad up here bugging me.
It's in here somewhere. Oh, it's something right here.
Oh, it's probably. Oh, there you go. See, probably a tracer. Somebody put a tracer on that broad. I'm trying to find out where she at.
Yup.
Yep, that's a tracer.
What is that? Nah, what is that? What is that?
There's something
It's
inside
something
there.
inside.
Yep, probably know what it probably is. One of those things when you go to the store and you
Nah, heck no.
that's what them things. Remember those things when you walk out the store?
Yeah.
That could be one of those things they put
Nah,
there. But
it
then
feel
again,
like
like a tracer.
shit, like a battery or something. Like, you know how those little flat batteries, but it don't feel like that. It feel like
it could be, man.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
Oh
That
man,
shit,
dog.
that shit is real, man.
That thing going crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it caught my keys. Oh, so it's gonna catch anything that's metal.
Anything
Yeah.
that got like a battery, the remotes, your remote's gonna catch your remotes.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, these your keys, yep.
Yeah,
So it caught you, yep.
So and then that thing right there, the little thing when you turn it on,
yep.
if you go around like this, and there's a piece to go, it's this piece right here. This is like a little wand.
Yeah.
This connects to the top there.
Yeah.
And what you do is you hold it up to your eye and you move it around like this, and you can find cameras because it'll shoot out like a little, it'll flash.
Yeah.
When you see a camera.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is good, man. That's why I said I had to get me one of these bitches because I said if I find something that at work or something, I was like, I'm gonna plant one on a bitch real quick. Yeah, man. Shit.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I tell you, man. There's some things that you should have. Like I got the infrared goggles.
Yeah.
Man, them bitches work like a dream. But like I said, I tell people all the time, whatever you find that you feel that you can use, because things are going to get crazy pretty soon. It's starting to get crazy now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta watch yourself. You know what I mean? So you protect yourself, man, with everything you do. That's why I look at everything as you know, it'll be good to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The bug sniffer. You go to a hotel room, motherfucker be filming you. Don't you know that over in China, like not even China, it's like overseas, they have porn that we don't know about, that it's just normal people having sex in their hotel rooms or at a guest house or something. Yeah. Motherfuckers be putting little fucking cameras up, nobody know about it. You be in there at they like Airbnb fucking.
Right.
Just humping and fucking.
That's what I be thinking about too. I be like, man, there not be nobody recording me, but if they is, they getting that big daddy action.
Hey, but that's what I said. Get one of these, man. Yeah, one of these is this right here is the shit. They only cost like $40.
Word.
Buy one from Amazon. They work.
Yeah.
Trust me. You'll find a lot of shit.
Amazon got everything, man. You think they got?
They got
everything. You probably get a robot from Amazon, huh?
Yeah, you know, through Elon Musk, you can now get it through Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's talk about that crazy motherfucker real quick. Yeah, you heard about that pussy crying?
Nah, I didn't.
You didn't hear about that pussy crying?
No, I didn't. What was he crying about?
That motherfucker was crying because Tesla's stocks dropped.
Oh, boy.
That motherfucker went crying to Donald Trump.
I mean, nobody wants a Tesla.
No, everybody fucking him up now. Everybody fucking tearing him up when they see him. You know, ripping him up, tearing him up. And this motherfucker crying to about, oh, it's unfair. They don't want no more Tesla. They gotta make me broke. That motherfucker lost. He had $400 billion. I heard that motherfucker down to $200 billion. He lost. Yeah.
It's crazy because Trump planning to support it and give him money for it. But honestly, this is a money thing, man. This is a money thing.
It's a money grab.
It's about to happen, because these guys to have all these billions of dollars and then just waste it and lose it all. Like, I'm struggling my damn self. Where's my goddamn billions of dollars? I need a bailout. They ain't trying to give us no money.
They ain't gonna give us no money. Then this motherfucker Elon was trying to set up some shit where he was lying to everybody. About, well, me and the president is trying to get things done. Is trying to give every working people $5,000. $5,000, but you ripping people off.
Yeah.
You shutting people out of their jobs. Now these people about to go back to work again because that was unlawful. Yeah. You ain't even you're not even selected to do the job because he made a department for you to work in. The kids that was doing the computer shit, they were like, yo, we can't rock with this motherfucker no more. They said it. They was like, yo, man, this motherfucker's crazy. They said, yo, they wrote a long ass fucking deposition, like a fucking thing saying, look, the security of this of the country is in peril.
Elon
We
Musk
don't,
is an alien.
huh?
Elon Musk is an alien.
That motherfucker a lizard,
He's an
man.
alien.
That motherfucker can't even talk.
For
Oh,
real.
I said, look at that bitch.
Yeah.
Where
the fuck that motherfucker came from?
The top, man.
Shit. And I was right there. He probably was waiting for me.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Where'd he go? Motherfucker left.
No, it was right there. I just checked it over there. It was something up top. Oh, that's a piece of that damn the you see the top of it all fucking coming off the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah. The paint is starting to pop off. I'll tell you, they want. Did I ever tell you what they? My man Earl told me. He said they might have to move me out of here and put me into another place.
Yeah.
Because he said they're gonna have to redo this whole place again. They're gonna have to.
That'd
Look at the floor. The floor's popped up from the bottom. All that heat. The bathroom got a hump in it now. My floor's fucked up.
I was telling Tracy, I was looking at her place. I was like, man, listen, you've been here for years, man. You might want to think about going somewhere else or getting it remodeled or something. Like everybody else is updated, you know.
They don't update shit in these places.
They don't update nothing in
there? No. Let me tell you something, man. At the end of the day, black people live here.
Yeah.
And this is a God's honest truth. A guy told me this a long time ago. He used to work for one of the Chevy dealers I used to work for.
Yeah.
And his name was Dave. We used to call him Stinky Dave because he used to fart all the time. He something was wrong with his guts. I think he died of stomach cancer. God for the rest of that man's soul. But Dave was a real cool guy. He was telling me years ago when he was a little boy, he lived on Oliver. Now he's a white dude. Now Dave was older than me. At the time, I was in my 20s. Dave was probably in his late 50s at the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I used to live on Oliver. He told me everything about it. He said, yeah, we had the windows where you had to crank them open. I remember those windows. That's when my mom first moved there. They were black. They were windows, but they were black, and they had like the little cross patterns and all that. Yeah. And you had to crank them, crank them to open them up. Yeah. And he was saying, he was telling me how he said if something broke right away, they would come and fix it right. And they wouldn't play no games. They would fix it. They see that shit just falling off. It's so hot in here, shit just peeling off.
Yeah.
Make you feel like something falling on you and shit.
Feel like you in a gingerbread house.
You know what I mean? So yes. So that motherfucker told me, he said, he told me something about his dad too. He was like, yeah, my dad used to live in the house with us. And when black women started moving in here in the 60s, they started moving out, right? And then it was like, oh, because you're on welfare, a man can't live with you. But his mom was on welfare and their dad was living with them. Yeah. So number one, they was giving them subsidies, which is welfare. Plus, he was bringing home money because he said his dad worked at Hill Refrigeration. Hill used to be right down the street up here. Yeah. And he said he used to walk to work and back. He said every morning you see a whole bunch of men walking out, going to work. Someone work right across the street because they worked at H&R because they wouldn't hire black people. They still don't hire black people.